So, we're in a movie?
But this is a horror movie, and Billy Murphy's really after all of us.
Why do I have to wear all this stuff again?
Because you're scripted to do a striptease at the slumber party, and when you take your top off, Billy comes running.
But why does he hate my boobs? Because they're not big.
So, wait, is New Wave real?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
But I'm not real.
You're only real in the movie. So, yeah, you're real here.
Oh, cool.
Guys, we just want to get home.
But, okay. But you said Paula was the only one who could kill him, and she just died.
Exactly. Which is why we need to nominate a new final girl.
And I'm willing to be it.
What?
Well, you're not a virgin.
I am, too, a virgin. I technically am that. Whatever, what does it matter?
Because it just does, Vicky. You have to be a virgin in this movie in order to kill Billy, okay? And the only true blue virgin here is Max.
I'm not the only virgin.
Girl, you're a virgin. No, I'm not anymore. Last summer, that guy Jerry, he had like the weird mustache and he like winked, remember?
Isn't he autistic?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. But he's also very romantic.
Ah, what a great clip that was. I really know how to pick them, don't I?
Your nose?
The clip that started off this podcast episode that I totally had prepared by the time I came over.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, and I don't like it.
What'd you think of that clip, Mark? Was it a good representation of the film we're covering today?
It was a perfect synopsis of the themes.
Can't wait to find out what it was. You guys just watched this movie.
Who told?
Yeah, well, no one told me because I didn't get an invitation to this watch party on my own copy of the film.
He was afraid you're going to make him do a watch along.
I guess it's a fair thing to be worried about. Next week there'll be a watch along.
No,
You already did it.
Oh, yay!
We did have to pause it twice during the movie, so it would have been a rough watch along.
Although next time we record, it'll probably be a watch along as well.
Oh, boo! Hi, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, that's also a stadium.
Yeah, we did this before.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. You did. This week, we're covering a movie from 10 years ago. What were you doing 10 years ago, Pete?
It was not 10 years ago. It was 2014. I just watched the credits.
It was 2015 when it came out.
Not what the end of the credits said. It said 2014.
So it came out in 2015.
I feel like we're stuck in a loop now. Because not according to what the end credits
Yes, this is
said.
our new Texas Chainsaw Massacre loop. First Wednesday of every November, we're going to have to be down here arguing about when the movie Final Girls came out.
Also, the movie was a whole...
You realize that if it was 2014, this will never make air. Because I have editing powers. But I'm pretty positive it was 2015.
Political powers.
Oh, one of the clowns in D.C. Mark hasn't heard that episode yet, I doubt.
I think I missed that one.
All right. I
It came
forgot
out
what I was
today.
gonna say. Who? What? Oh, yeah. The movie was 91 minutes long.
I said 92, so you say 91. So this is what we're doing today? You're just going to undercut me by
No,
one?
I looked at it.
Was it 91 and change?
No, it just said 91 minutes on the beginning of the thing. I didn't look at the actual runtime.
So yeah, said 91 minutes, and then the movie within the movie was 92 minutes.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
No, it was 92 minutes. So you're
No,
mad at
it's 91 minutes.
You're mad at the Fandango at home screen, not the movie.
And another thing I'm mad at, this wasn't the movie I thought it was supposed to be at all. Is there a book called...
What did you think the movie was supposed to be? Because I've told you it was about a girl who loses her mother and ends up in an old movie of hers. So what did you think after me telling you that this movie was going to be?
I thought it was about a bunch of final girls from a bunch of different monster movies.
Oh, Final Girl Support Group? Is that the book you're talking about?
That was how he had built it to me originally when we were talking about what movie we were going to watch.
Why? I told him on this podcast what it was.
Well, you know what? I don't remember it that way. What I remember was apparently the book, which no one told me about, but somehow I know of.
I read half of that book, The Final Girl Support Group, because I had to sit for 8 hours waiting to get dismissed from jury duty. And then I never finished it because I wasn't sitting at jury duty anymore.
Well, that's why, because you told me that.
I didn't tell you any of that. That's the first time I've told you that.
No, that you must have told me before, because how else would I know
I
things?
don't know how you know anything.
It does come up if you search Final Girls on Google.
Don't worry, I didn't search Final Girls.
We talk about Final Girls a lot. Ken thinks it's something I made up. It's not. It's something. It's something Carol Clover made up in the book Men, Women, and Chainsaws that I read in college.
Why can't there be more than one Final Girls?
There can.
Yeah,
This movie's
right?
taking a very strict definition of
Which
the
is
term.
fine, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how it would work otherwise. It literally would destroy the entire emotional through line of the movie if they just both walked out of that movie together.
Yeah, but that would have been a nicer
But
ending.
that's Pete likes happy endings.
Yeah.
We discovered that, like his massages. He likes happy endings, like Deshaun Watson style.
No, because
You are very much like Deshaun Watson. I've always said. Did you enjoy seeing your buddy Thomas Middleditch in this movie?
there were a lot of people in this movie.
There were.
There was a young Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Nope.
Yep. There was a young Lucy Lawless.
Yep. Okay. She was definitely there in 2015.
And there was, who else? There was somebody else. Oh, there was, what's her face from Clueless?
Did you see Bill Pullman there as the guy from the Pitch Perfect movies?
Yeah, he was there. And maybe from Arrested Development was
Got
there.
one right. He got one right.
But yeah, they were all there.
Mark, had you ever heard of this movie before?
Only from having it
Oh, so no.
listed to me. So no, the answer is.
So
yeah.
if Pete told you about it, the answer is no, I have not heard of this movie before. This movie came from, I also said this on the podcast, this will be first time for you also, Pete. This movie came from the mind of the son of Jason Miller, who played Father Damien Karras in The Exorcist. And he thought about how he grew up watching this movie where his father died on screen very famously. And then his father died in real life. And he's like, it's so weird to think about that, having watched that so many times. And I can go back and watch him, but that's what I'm watching. So we went into how to use that to like cope with the loss and thinking about like, what if you ended up in the movie and tried to save him? And it's like, it's a really good idea, but that's why the emotional parts of this movie work, because they come from like a real honest place of somebody having actually lived this experiences and thought there's, I don't think he actually went into The Exorcist, at least not the versions I've seen.
That sounds like the plot of the movie we just watched.
Wow, he's doing better than usual.
It's getting there.
That makes sense now because it was super sad.
Which one was Xena?
The mother.
The blonde?
Yeah.
No,
she's-
that's not who you said was Xena.
Yeah, huh?
You said, I think it was the girl that was supposed to be the final girl.
No, I don't know
Paula?
who she was.
That was the one you thought was.
No, Xena is the mother.
The blonde.
Yeah.
Malin Ackerman.
Sure. No, it's Lucy Lawless.
Does he do this during the movie?
He was doing this during the movie.
Fantastic.
And then for some
I want to
reason,
thank you for not inviting me to this watch party.
during the credit check, they used fake names during the credits. Like they didn't want to have any recognition for it.
Are you talking about the fake credits I told you were coming before the real credits?
No, he means the credits that had the actual actresses' names.
Oh,
and not-
I see.
And not
Oh.
young Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, he's having a stroke.
Yeah.
I understand.
It was about,
Which one's young Jennifer Love Hewitt? Taissa Farmiga?
who's that?
The main character?
Yeah.
Vera Farmiga's younger sister?
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
But she has the same nose as Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That's the body part you associate with Jennifer Love Hewitt,
Yes.
especially a young one.
Yes.
Okay. I guess that's fine. I have no follow-ups. So you didn't know what to expect, Mark, when you
No,
watched this movie?
yeah.
No, actually, that's not true. You expected the wrong thing when you watched this
Yeah,
movie.
correct.
Must have been a real surprise when they ended up in that movie.
It was.
It sure was.
I should start just telling him fake plots. Maybe he'll land on the real one accidentally.
Yeah. As it was happening, we were like kind of joking back and forth, like what had just happened when they jumped through the fire.
Yeah.
And we were going back and forth, and it clicked to me like, oh, it's Last Action Hero.
Yes. An underrated Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, in my
I
opinion.
never saw that one.
You never saw Last Action Hero?
No,
All
and it didn't
we're
click for me
we're gonna
either.
Pause this podcast for about, I'm going to guess, 98 minutes.
Too long. No one's got time for 98 minutes.
I looked up the director of this, and I never saw anything else he did that was of any interest to me. So it was funny to me that he made a movie that I thought was this good, and then just was like, I'm done with making movies that anybody wants to see again.
Yeah.
Yeah, good color, Pete.
Sometimes you get there on accident, and then you can't repeat it.
My favorite thing in this entire movie is how they lampoon 80s toxic masculinity. That the guy with some pudginess around him is the strong man. He's not the traditional strong man you'd see in the movies in the 90s, 2000s. But for the 80s, it's like, yeah, that kind of works.
With this crop top. I've been waiting to bring those back. Everything comes back.
He was excited when he asked me if there was 80s fashion like that. I said yes. Then he probably just forgot that it was coming.
I did.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I thought it was a different movie. So, by the way, I was really annoyed by Jennifer Love Hewitt and her mother at the beginning. Like, I didn't like their relationship. It was very annoying. So when the car crash happened, I was very excited. It got me. I jumped. I wasn't ready for it.
No, you had no idea what the movie was going to be about.
No, I didn't. It worked.
Unbelievable.
Based on what he had told me, I thought Madeline Ackerman was going to be the star of the.
Unbelievable. And no, he told you that Xena Warrior Princess was going to be the star of the movie. And then she's going to be blonde now and just as old, if not older than Lucy Lawless was when she was in that movie or TV show.
Yeah, I don't know how Hollywood works.
If you could hop into any movie, Pete, what would it be? This is I'm curious about.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to think on that. Any movie?
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff that happens in the movie, like do I get to come home with it?
You watched this movie. Picture the exact same scenario. You could pop into any movie.
The exact same scenario? What beat this guy? His machete?
All right, Mark, if you could pop into any movie ever, what would it be?
It's tough because, you have to go through the trials of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would really want to be in like, the Care Bears, so I don't have to do anything.
Nice. We'll see if Pete's come back around to Pete if he's thought of any movie.
I don't know.
Debbie Does Dallas.
But are you Debbie?
Or are you Dallas?
It seems like you're not a character that's in the movie.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But you can be because
you can interact with the people in the movie. This is my point.
She does become the final girl to conclude the story.
And I will conclude my story in Debbie Does Dallas. And Pete still can't think of a movie.
You guys looking at me isn't helping.
This is what's ground this to a halt, is waiting for you to think of a movie.
No, there's so many. How do you guys pick one?
Well, I told you my logic. I don't want to be in tribulations. I just hang out with the Care Bears. On the
Yeah,
Cloud
but if I'm
City.
going to go there, I want to come back with something like money. Like
She didn't
riches.
come back with anything.
She
She
came
just ended
back
up
with
in the
that
sequel.
goddamn bracelet.
She ended up in the sequel.
No,
she wasn't back in the real world. She was in the sequel. Did you watch this movie?
It made me want there to be a sequel to this movie.
Absolutely. What's Xena too busy?
I think so. She's doing that Spartacus thing now.
Now.
What? She's not? It's over?
It's been over for about 20 years, yeah.
She's doing Battlestar Galactica then?
No, never was in that. Although, who knows what you think.
That was the other person from the 90s Greek mythology show.
You're going in the train to Busan.
Why? What's the trick?
Because only 2 people live and you're not going to be one of them.
I'm a final girl. I hear if you don't have sex for a long time, then you get your virginity back.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I'm a virgin.
Been rehymenated.
That's exactly what happened. It grows back. All that sperm you jerked off to into like dirty
What? Whoa.
clothes and
What?
stuff, it all comes back and you get all your power back.
You're jerking off 2 sperm? Like pictures of sperm?
Yeah.
All right.
Because you got to like coax it out, like, because it's scared. So you like look at the pictures of the sperm, kind of leave it there so it like knows where it has to land, like it sees its friends and it knows where to go. No? You guys are looking at me weird.
I'm just trying to figure out if you know less about movies or biology.
Biology.
Don't know much biology.
I don't know much history. Geography.
Trigonometry?
Math.
No, that's well.
English?
Yeah, no, that's not.
Spanish.
But how are your mathematics?
I don't even know what that means, Mark. What are mathematics, Brian?
It's from the movie.
Is this movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get to watch
man.
it because 2 people were watching it on my Vudu. So I'm flying blind.
The
See, I thought we were doing this on Sunday.
Oh.
And then he said, we'll do it tomorrow at 3. And I was like, wait, tomorrow's Saturday? And I never got that reply.
Nice.
So I went to bed and I woke up and I was like, oh, I guess I got to watch it now. And then I couldn't.
well, that's unfortunate.
That's why there was no clip. I mean, there was a clip.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to invite you, but then I didn't think you were awake because I don't know what time you wake up, so I didn't want to bother you.
This is when I texted you, when I called you, and you said, well, Mark's coming over in about an hour to watch it, you thought I was asleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I realize now that based on the fact that we had a conversation, it doesn't work out that way.
One time he told me he couldn't go to a concert with me because he had family stuff to do. And then I went to the concert at UB and I saw him standing in line for art exhibit with Kitty. And he's like, oh, hey, did you find someone to go with you? I was like, no. And he's like, I wish I could, but got that family stuff. And I went, fair enough. If you're going to stick to the bit in this moment, I never got angry or brought it up again in any negative way, because to me it was like he earned that one, I think.
You got to admire his commitment.
And then I went back and stood in that line.
Yep. They went to their art thing, and he's like, well, I wish I could go with you, but I got that family stuff, standing in the same building doing a different activity.
I mean, he had to marry her just to make it just so it was family.
They weren't married yet.
Yeah.
This is a long
That's
time
what I'm saying.
ago.
But see, I was right.
He had to retroactively make it true by marrying her.
Yeah. I'm never wrong.
You're just early.
Yeah, I was a little early. You see, I could see it, though. That's how much I love Kitty. I could see it even back then. I was like, I'm going to marry this woman to get out of that lie I just told.
It's like, what, do you want to be a liar?
Yeah. No.
It's one of my favorite things that ever happened in my life, because he just stared it down. He's like, wish I could go, but I got those family things. And he just stared at me, and I was like, all right. I'll walk down to my building.
And I was right.
So the movie opens with a car crash.
Whew, finally.
Chekhov's car crash.
I thought they were the Gilmore Girls for a quick minute.
What do you know about the Gilmore Girls?
They
Pete?
talk fast, and the mother is inappropriately sharing with her child.
I guess
And
that's
then
fair. That's all I know about
it.
Child,
Same thing I said to
the
him when he
child
said it.
acts like an adult and like kind of is like the one who is in charge of that relationship. And that's what I got really tired of real quick. So I got real happy when that car crash happened.
Yes, she's a struggling actress, because horror movies have probably ruined her career. No, having a kid ruined her career. They flat out say it.
We played the game mother or older sister.
Oh, I see. Well, you could play that with Vera Farmiga, too. Because Vera Farmiga is old enough, it seems to be her mother, but she's her sister.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
I think a lot of people think that's her daughter.
I would have assumed so. But it's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No, stop with that, all right? Because we're talking about the Farmiga family, and you can't just keep saying she's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, but I'm never going to remember her when you switch to the other name.
What other name?
Whatever her name is.
Max?
Who the hell is Max?
I'm certainly rethinking 150 episodes of this podcast. Have you ever known what's going on?
I've come close a few times.
All right. She gets in a car crash, cuts to like a year later, probably exactly a year later. I wonder if this worked out well enough for Pete. I think it was exactly. This was the movie I was talking about that I'd watched that day. It was exactly
3
a year
years
later.
later.
It was 3 years, but it was exactly 3 years later.
Yeah,
because it was the
day.
anniversary of
Yep.
the death when they were watching the movie. So that was the movie I told you a while ago. I watched something and the timing was right, and I was really happy for you. And then I think that's probably why I decided to watch this movie.
I caught it. I wasn't looking for it, but it's one of those things I noticed.
Oh, you were looking for it. You were still celebrating the death of the mother.
Yeah, imagine how bummed I am when she comes back.
Well, she's not herself when she comes back.
Yeah, but you can see what's going to happen.
Could you see what was going to happen?
Yeah, I knew where it had to go.
I think there was definitely at least one moment where she popped out of the back of that van and you went, who's that?
Hey, by the way, there was no nudity in this movie, even
know
though
there
it was
was.
implied. And Tina, I think, is my favorite.
Yeah.
I was going to say she looks like somebody else, but you're just going to get mad at me.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know who she
it's
was.
a waste of everyone's time when you do it. And you're never close or right anyway.
No, that was the clueless one. Right.
No,
Oh,
that's Alicia Silverstone. This was
So who was Alicia Silverstone in this movie?
the snarky friend who didn't like her at the beginning. That
Nina
looks like-
Dobrev from
No, Alicia.
Vampire Diaries? The
Yeah.
short, dark-haired girl?
Yeah, but her face, she's got Alicia Silverstone's nose.
Oh, my God.
I'm not making this up. It was right there.
If you're not making this up, you have real issues. Is this how you tell people apart, by their noses?
In this particular instance, I guess I've discovered that you can try to hide and change your name and get younger and do whatever those Hollywood people do.
By get younger, do you mean watch a movie from 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah, I guess she would have been age appropriate, Jennifer Love Hewitt, 10 years ago.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
She would have been younger. It's a younger Jennifer Love Hewitt.
So, Mark, after the car crash, it cuts to 3 years later, and Max is with her group of friends, and they're going to take her to see her mother's movie. And she's like, I don't want to see that because she dies in the movie, and it's sad. And they're like, I don't know how they even convince her. It seems like no is a good response to that.
So the brother, stepbrother of Elias Shawkat, bribed
Thomas
her.
Middleditch?
Yes.
That's right. Pete's favorite.
He bribed her with doing her homework.
Ever told you how much Pete loves Thomas Middleditch?
No, I don't think
He's
so.
like, he's the funniest guy. I know he's a nice guy. I respect him in everything he does. One of those cool guys, never get canceled. He's in my cool guy club.
My microphone will come back. My microphone's back. I will know. No, the Cool Guys Club only has certain people in it. You remember my Cool Guys Club, Mark? It's full of cool guys. Like the dad from the Train to Busan. Mm-hmm. He's cool. Who else is in my club? Oh, the guy from Black Christmas who wears a giant fur coat and he plays hockey.
I never saw that one.
He's badass.
The guy from Friday the 13th Part 4 who watches the old-timey porn.
Duckadoo. He's got a Duckadoo haircut.
See, I like the guy that boxes Jason on the rooftop.
We haven't gotten to that one yet. And then Dr. Serizawa from Godzilla.
Yeah, that's in the club so far. He's working on like the League of Evil.
Oh, spoiler alert for nope, that was last week. Last week's episode. Mark hasn't heard it yet. Dr. Serizawa joins the club.
Yeah. So, big news on that front.
All right.
I have my own club of problematic 80s men. Like Stathis from The Fly and Ellis from Die Hard.
Yeah, you see, I can kind of see it on Ellis. He's just a dick.
Ellis was the good guy.
I wouldn't say he was the good guy.
He was,
but he wasn't. He wasn't a complete dick.
He wasn't a rapist.
Let's just quickly go over the things that people are upset with him about. He does drugs. It's the 80s. We've all done drugs in the 80s. He's hitting on a married woman. They're separated to the point where she's not even telling people she's married and using her maiden name. So that's as separate as you can be. He's on the other side of the fucking country. And number 3, he goes in and tries to use his powers of persuasion and closing deals to save everyone's life, and it costs him his life. A noble sacrifice from the great man that is Ellis in Die Hard.
See, I don't think he's evil enough. I think he was just an idiot.
He was doing drugs, so
Yeah,
he probably
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
thinking clearly.
Yeah, but it's not my problem what he does.
I think he should be in the cool guy club.
I think he was.
You would.
Not to get too far off topic. It's talking about.
We haven't even
Alice
gotten
and
to a
Die Hard.
topic, so you can't get off of it.
But I think you're right in a way. He's using what he knows to try and solve the situation, but he's in that way. He's, I guess, naive is maybe not the word I'm looking for. But
Somebody has to do something. He's watched his boss get shot in the head, and he goes in there and he doesn't give up anything about Holly. He doesn't give up anything about their connection. He is the hero of that movie.
I agree with you on the point that him not giving away the connection to Holly and all that was a good move.
He assumes 100% of the risk when he goes in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to blame him for his gambit failing when he's trying to save others.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a hero does.
I'm not arguing that.
All right.
I just don't think he
And
needs to.
Stathis is the same.
No, see,
But you see, John and him, tries to explain to him that what he's doing isn't going to work, and he doesn't listen to John. And
just a dumbass.
John
yeah.
is a terrible husband. He's not a good cop either. I don't think he's doing anything procedurally in this movie.
he's not in his jurisdiction, so
He's not in yeah, he can't do any of the things he's doing. And you know,
John McClane would beg to differ with that.
We've talked before about how this whole movie comes down to, this is the Die Hard podcast. We've talked before, this whole movie comes down to how he's unshackling his wife literally from the career she's chosen over her family so that she can come home and go back to the kitchen where he thinks she belongs. Which, by the way, that relationship doesn't make it out of 2 more movies because he's a piece of shit.
No,
I'm watching this drunk, probably an abusive guy. He's wearing a wife beater the whole time. I'm just saying.
Look, the 80s. Oh, no, I'm falling into your side in defenses. The 80s were a different time, he says. Drugs were everywhere, he says. Beating your wife when you're a cop is, I guess that's a constant. I've run out.
Yep. So that's right. I'm right. Now, back to the Final Girls. They go see this movie. A magical fire starts.
Yeah, it was like a Final Destination
Yeah,
fire.
it really was. It was like it was really well shot, though. I like the bottle rolling under the seats.
Yeah.
Great.
Pete has nothing. He looks like he's just falling asleep.
I was
To escape,
imagining it.
they run through the screen, as everyone does, into the fire.
Yeah, but then they didn't call anybody else. They just, in fact,
No,
one
I'm
of them-
assuming everyone else died.
One of them turned around and looked back, and instead of saying like, "Hey guys, follow us," she just kind of like, "Well," and she ran, I guess, into the movie.
Ellis,
I
wouldn't
guess
have
had
her.
anybody else followed them, we would have seen them in the movie.
Yeah, so she left them all to die. So now she's probably in your club too.
And they wake up. I don't know how they fell asleep. They wake up in the movie, at the beginning of the movie, and they killed 90 minutes waiting for the movie to loop back around.
They were, they were.
Twice.
Yes.
I think they just kept walking in a circle. That's
No,
what
they
I've-
sat there and they're like, "That's the bus full of people from the movie," and they just stood there. And that comes back 92 minutes later, and they're like, "Yep, there they are."
Yeah, I was really confused at that point.
I'm not surprised at any. You were confused at a lot of points before this point. Who is who? What are the relationships to each other? Why do they look the same as they did in 1990, even though they're different people?
You know what I don't like too is Thomas Middleditch, because he's
No, that's not true. You love Thomas Middleditch.
he. Yeah, I heard you when I couldn't say anything and I was all muted, but I don't like that he's entertaining and he plays the nerd guy very well. So the fact that he does it annoys me. I wish I had seen this movie before I knew about his wrongdoings.
I mean, I would say he's a pretty douchey version of the nerd guy. So
Well, see, Pete doesn't see that part of him. He just sees him as this beautiful soul.
Curly haired
He-
nerd.
he was no Jamie Kennedy.
You know, he just sits on he just sits on Twitch and plays Twitch all day now.
Ooh, Jamie Kennedy?
No, Thomas Middleditch.
Oh.
Anytime I fire up Twitch, he's on Twitch, and I'm like, that's pretty funny. That's just his life now. Is like I just play Twitch all the time, play video games on Twitch all the time.
Because it rhymes with his last name. That's probably like his channel name or something.
Middle Twitch.
Middleditch on Twitch. Twitch ditch.
Are you fishing to find out what it is? You can go watch him later because you enjoy his work so much.
Honestly, I don't know how to. I don't know what that means. You say the word Twitch. I remember he was the guy who did the dancing on the Ellen show. His name was Twitch. He was the DJ.
Why do you know that? Is it true? Who knows?
I've never watched the Ellen.
I've
Show.
never seen the Ellen Show in my life. I've
Also-
seen one
also
clip.
problematic.
I've seen one clip of Dakota Johnson making her feel like a bitch. That's the only thing I've ever seen because it's in my YouTube algorithm. I can't get it away from it. It pops up every 2 months.
All right. Well, that's what I think of when I think of Twitch. So I don't know what that means. I assume it's social media.
It's where you watch people play video games. It's very good for if you want to buy a game and you want to see what it's like first. You can watch real people play it and be like, oh, okay. I never go to the people where all the followers are. I go to the one that has 2 people watching because I want to get a real
What do you watch it on?
perspective. Just on an app. You can watch it on the Roku. You can watch it on the maybe not. You can watch it on the computer though. You can watch it on a laptop.
I don't have a computer.
I just do it on my iPad.
I don't have an iPad.
There's a Twitch app on the Xbox.
Yeah.
My Xbox isn't working.
You really want to watch this Middleditch channel though. I can tell that it's become a real priority for you.
Have Sam pull it up on the
Now that
iPad.
he knows what he's up to in his career, he's like, I have to support him.
Nope. So Final Girls, they're in the movie now, and they
They get into the van
Yeah.
and they're going to head to the camp.
No
It's-
more
it's-
of these talks.
It's an 80s camp horror slasher film. And they get into the van, and I don't know how she didn't realize this immediately. She's like, oh, fuck, my mother's in the back of this van. And then she sees her mom again.
Yep.
The end.
This was a boring part of the movie, so I wasn't really paying attention.
The part where you were figuring out what was going on was boring to you? Where you didn't know what was going to happen, and then it's happening, and you're like, oh, I'm bored now.
Well,
Cracked it.
I had just solved the mystery of the 92 minutes, and I was annoyed that it was 91 minutes long, the movie itself, but the fake one was 92 minutes. So I wasn't really surprised because I wasn't paying that much attention to whatever her concerns were plot-wise.
Really?
Yeah. I was thinking
Did you
about that
miss the
92
entire
minutes.
plot of the movie?
The plot of the movie was that they got stuck in the movie, and they had to get out.
That's the thing that happens in the movie. Do we have to explain that now to you?
What do you think a plot is?
What do I think a plot is?
Yeah, what do you think a
a
plot
is? A plot isn't just like this thing happened.
Then what's the book about or the movie about? Look, a plot is a plot. It's whatever happens.
Yes, but it's not one specific thing that happened to the characters in the movie.
It's all the things that happen.
Yeah, it's all the characters.
It's the journey they're on.
Yeah, to get out of the movie.
So you would say the plot is coming to terms with the mother's death?
Where they tried
No,
to
you'd
do.
say she got in the van. That was the plot.
Well, that was
A point of the plot.
That was an act.
A plot point, I
Oh,
guess.
don't confuse them.
Okay.
That was an act. That was Act 1.
Oh no.
Do you think Act 1 maybe ended when they went into the movie?
No, Act 1.
No, that wasn't a good enough one for you.
No, it was no. There was a part. How did this movie start? Because that would be the first
With a
act.
car crash. It's as far as we've gotten.
Okay. No, so her first act was to talk to her mom. Or no, she was sitting in the car.
Oh
That was
no,
her
he's
first
using act as in actions.
That's a scene.
You know what?
The first scene of the movie is
All right.
the whole first act.
I don't know how I feel about this movie. It was problematic.
Yeah, because you don't understand anything about it. You said earlier, you started to say that the emotional stuff did work, but I'm curious as to what that was. Like when Middleditch died, were you sad?
He didn't really die, though. He came back. He was back for the sequel, and he knew. He did pop back up, and you thought he was going to be alive, but then he wasn't because he got hit.
I was waiting for him to come back a third time.
Me
92
too.
minutes later, but
As someone who loves 80s slasher movies more than anything or anyone in the world, that's probably true. I was in heaven when they were walking around this camp with these cliche things. There was a couple things that bothered me. No 50s style greaser. How can you have an 80s horror movie without a 50s style greaser? I'll never understand. Number 2, there's never been a final girl like Paula. That's never what it is.
I
It's
thought
never
the same.
the
That's funny.
coolest person in the world
Yeah.
pops up and has the power to stop
I
it.
thought the same thing.
It's somebody who grows into that power over the course of the movie, which is actually the story this movie tells. But the Paula thing is just there so they can kill her and be like, oh, now we're fucked.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a final girl pull up like that. The closest there is Friday the 13th Part 2 when Amy Steele rides up in her car and she's late and she's all cool. But she's not cool like that. She's not like somebody that you'd bet on winning. That's never the way it's supposed to be. That really kind of annoyed me because the movie is such a love letter to so many things that I do love in those movies, that this was like a wild miss for me. Just don't even look at it. Because it seems like you're going to be annoying about it.
I'm not. I was trying to think, and I think you're right. The only person I can think of who is like the cool final girl is Dennis Miller in Bordello of Blood.
Only in sequels. You get it in sequels. Like, yeah, Ripley can be cool throughout all of Aliens because she grew an alien. So that's fine. This isn't a sequel. This was this movie. So, like, that's what annoyed me, is that
She did seem out of place.
it seemed really weird with, like, I've never seen a movie that does this. And, I mean, it doesn't have to matter. It doesn't actually matter at all because she gets dispatched pretty quickly. But I enjoy that. I enjoy the hot guy in the 80s is just, like, a guy that plays nerds now. And it's because it's true.
Was it Adam Devine?
Yeah.
Right.
And Bumper. We know him as Bumper.
From the
Pitch Perfect movies.
That's my recollection of him.
Yeah. He's great in those movies. I think he was on Modern Family, but
He was fun in this.
probably
Everyone
stopped
was
watching around that time.
Everyone was, yeah, me too. But everyone was fun in this, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the one girl's from Vampire Diaries, but I've never seen Vampire Diaries. And I know that, maybe from Arrested Development, Thomas Middleditch from Pete's Dreams, Adam Devine from the stuff we just talked about. So I knew a lot of these people, but it also had like a couple things that I thought were like a little obscure. Like the black teenager who just seems to be clearly gay playing a straight guy is like a staple of 80s horror movies. And they never call attention to it. The way they do call attention to homophobia in the 80s is much funnier. Because Adam Devine just lays out the F word. And he's like, my two dads are gay. You can't talk like that. And he's like, yeah, that's not true. It's like, gay dudes can't have kids. They go to discos. It's like, you can't even be mad at him because that's the writing in the 80s.
It was clever writing.
Yeah.
And it was.
Also, just to point this out, the son of Jason Miller is a gay man who wrote this with his partner. So that's why those gay jokes, I think, work better because they're like, that's actually funny.
nice.
Because it was weird. It wants to be a comedy, but those emotional beats are real.
Yeah.
It's a very. I don't want to care about the grieving process. That's not what I'm here for this movie. So it's a weird mix. That's why I don't know how I feel about it yet.
That's why this movie, to me, has always had like that extra something that a lot of movies that try to be meta don't have, because the emotions are so real. Because the person writing it really felt these things. And it's such an interesting angle that you'd never think about. But everybody's seen The Exorcist. So you can put yourself in the shoes of, man, that would be weird if like the most famous thing your dad ever did was die on film.
No one in that is, but nobody in the I guess modern day, the 2014 modern day, they were not problematic, right? They weren't bad guys. There was no like racist, jock. There was no.
No, it was definitely pretending that modern times had really moved on from what the 80s were, which doesn't hold up as well in 2025 as it maybe played in 2015.
I mean, we see a pretty small sample size of 4 people.
Yeah.
But you look at the
I mean,
ones from
just let's be clear about what Pete's saying, though. He looked at Thomas Middleditch and said, "There's nothing problematic in this movie with these people." That's what he said. He said that. He actually said that.
The character who bribed a girl into reliving her trauma of her mom dying.
See, I've seen Tyson Formiga in a bunch of things. I've seen, obviously, maybe in a bunch of things. I've seen Nina Dobrev in a bunch of things, and I've seen Thomas Middleditch in too many things. The other guy I've never seen in anything, the love interest, and it's weird because he's good in this. So what's he from?
I had to look him up because he looked familiar to me.
couldn't
I said that
place
about
him.
like half everybody in this, but
You
the
said to argue when Pete said, "No, I know who that is. That's Dolph Lundgren." I'm like, no, it's like,
That's
no, picture
who that was.
Picture him in the 80s. Picture him in the 80s.
he was in the Hunger Games.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I never saw those movies.
I think his biggest role was in Vikings.
Oh, it's just stuff I'd never seen,
Yeah,
but
I
he was
haven't seen
good, and I was like,
Vikings,
why? I've never seen this guy in anything. When I thought he was really good in the role.
But yeah,
they-
I definitely recognized him, his face wise.
You can't have the problematic characters from that era because they're going back to see the problematic people from the 80s. So they don't have time to tell. You would appreciate this. They don't have time to tell the story about how things haven't changed that much. They just have people that look at the culture of the 80s and go, "Whoa, what the fuck? You can't say and do these things."
yes.
When a real one would be like him calling people a gay slur and then one of them going, "Ha ha, ha, yeah, got him." That would be the real way that would go. It'd probably be Middleditch.
2005.
Well, that made it sadder when everyone from the modern day died. Like the snotty friend, whatever her name was,
I don't know what her name in the movie was. I just know her as the Vampire Diaries.
the Vampire Diaries girl.
Because I think she's really cute, and if I was ever going to watch that show, that would be the only reason why. But
Like
I don't
Alicia
like vampire shit.
Silverstone.
She doesn't look at anything like
The same nose, dude. Watch it again.
It's in the nose.
See? Mark knows.
I need-
Get it?
I need more information about what it is you're masturbating to.
I told you. Pictures of semen.
I think it's noses.
Well, noses of semen. A nose full of semen.
Oh.
2 cups. The little nostrils are cups.
This movie also plays with the idea of film in fun ways when they end up in a flashback or they end up in slow motion because they're bound by the rules of the movie.
But they can use those rules to
Yes.
and no one's talking about Tina, the dumb girl who just wanted to take her top off, and that's all she wanted to do. And she was fantastic to the point where she was. What did they do? They taped
I know that
oven
is-
mitts to her hands.
Her actress's name is Angela Timber, and I've seen her in comedy stuff, but never like where she's the star of it, so I could never point one out of them. But I know she's in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, because I
never
just
saw
watched
that.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 to finish off reviewing all of the Halloween movies, and we ranked them on an episode. And fuck, that movie's bad. It's not her fault, but that movie's bad. And I came to finally after, the movie was 2009, so after 16 years, I finally came to the conclusion of what Rob Zombie was trying to say with Halloween 2. And it was, I don't like making Halloween movies. It took me 16 years, but I finally cracked it because he turns Laurie Strode, who's likable enough in the first movie. They've modernized her and he had to dirty her up a little bit because that's what Rob Zombie does. But the second one, she's the most unlikable person you've ever seen. And then, Loomis was somewhat ego-driven in the first movie. In the second one, he's out of fucking control. He's the most unlikable person you've ever seen. So they've taken 2 iconic characters and said, I hate these characters. Now you'll hate them too. And the only people that get out of that movie clean at all are Brad Dourif and Danielle Harris because they're too good for his filth.
Annie Brackett?
Annie Brackett and Sheriff
yeah.
Brackett. They're the only likable things in the movie. And boy, he goes out of his way to make you hate Laurie Strode and to make you hate Dr. Loomis. And he makes Michael walk around without a mask, and he even says a line at one point. And I'm just like, no, man, no, don't do this.
Why does he keep making them then?
Let me just say this, Pete. If you waited since 1978 to hear Michael Myers speak,
Ooh,
and he's going to say one word that could sum up everything that anybody would want to say about the Michael Myers character, would it angrily be stabbing Dr. Loomis and saying, die?
yeah,
Yeah, me too. I got to give him credit.
nailed it.
Okay, everybody, if you could pick one word for Michael Myers to say, what would it be?
Annie.
Where's my sister? No. Oh, one.
I'll give you a sentence.
20 years ago.
Mine would be, oops, I broke that potted plant.
He got an erection because he was peeping. He was a peeping Michael.
Actually, what I would want most is when Linda Vanderklok, when he's standing there in the ghost costume, and she pulls her top down and says, "See anything you like?" For him to go, "Awooga."
Yeah, I want to be in that movie.
Is
That's
there?
what you want to be in Halloween.
Right for that part.
You want to be Bob?
No, I want to just stand there and watch.
Have they ever retroactively explained the William Shatner mask?
No, it's a mask that exists in town in perpetuity, though, because they don't even stop selling it after Michael Myers kills people.
He breaks in and steals
He just
it
goes
once.
back and gets a new one. That's what happens. In 1988, he's like, "Oh, good, they still have it in stock." That's the line I want him to say. That's the line I want him to say. But other people are running around town wearing the mask, and it's madness. This would be like, there was the guy that lived in our town who was the bike path rapist. It'd be like, not only did you go for him for Halloween, which I could see somebody doing, they sell the masks.
And many people buy them. And celebrate.
And then we go around town and punk the police as if we're the bike path rapist. I delivered pizza to that guy. He never tipped. And I delivered to their house once after he was caught.
Oh, no.
And she didn't tip either, but I give her a little bit of a break. And she looked like she had been through a storm of some kind. I can't tell what happened over there, though.
Kitty used to run through his neighborhood.
Yes, they lived one block from her parents.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah,
I think he was a Little League baseball coach.
Yeah,
Berkeleyville.
Yeah. Yeah, he lived one block from her parents. You know where her parents live? It's the one street over. That's where he lived.
That's fucking crazy.
It is crazy because he was just like a normal guy. And they always say, never saw that coming for him. It's like, that's literally nobody saw it coming from except I never tipped. Except he never tipped. And I did see it coming a little bit. I think that all non-tippers are probably rapists.
See, it's never, you're right. It's always the quiet one. It's
They're
never
saving
the
their tips.
Don't egg him on.
No, I got nothing.
Get
That
it?
was
Egg
better.
for your sperm.
There's no eggs. It's a picture of sperm. It's not a picture of an egg. Although a hard-boiled egg would be nice.
Hard-boiled egg is like if John Woo directed an egg.
An egg-based cinema?
Because he had a movie called Hard Boiled.
Oh, I see. Who was Old Boy?
That was, I don't know who directed that. I do know who directed it, but it's left my brain.
All right. I don't know why I thought eggs and Old Boy were the same thing.
I don't.
They're not.
You've never seen Old Boy.
No. Or an egg.
It's a movie about tricking someone to having sex with their daughter.
Oh, all right.
Spoiler alert for Old Boy. The movie Ken said was the best movie he ever saw. Talking about problematic people Pete surrounds himself with.
Is Middleditch in that one?
Is he in the Korean film? Yeah, that's where he had to go. That's where they sent him.
I'll have to check that out.
He might be in the Spike Lee remake, which is also a movie about tricking a father into having sex with his daughter. That time it's Thanos and the Scarlet Witch.
Close. It would have been Gamora, right? That would have been his daughter.
Or Magneto.
You know, in this movie, in The Final Girls, there was weird...
No, hold on. I want the Old Boy where Ian McKellen ends up getting tricked into having sex with Elizabeth Olsen.
No.
I can't even give her Michael Fassbender. I had to give her Ian McKellen.
But he wouldn't know what to do.
I think he'd know what to do. I think he just wouldn't be about doing it. I'm pretty sure he could figure it out.
I couldn't.
And that's true. Middleditch could.
Yeah. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, good. Then we're free. So, the thing that makes this movie better than just being a fun comedy, although I like the comedy, I think it really works, and it works on different levels. It works on the meta level of what happens in movies. It works on going back to the 1980s. It just works on observational stuff about who these characters, these paper-thin characters are when confronted with, real people. But the best part of this movie is because that emotional shit works. And it works without having to be the forefront of every scene. It just works when it has to work. It's like one scene where they have a little conversation and it's like, fuck, why is that working so well when they haven't been spending all of this time doing it? And then you get to the climax where she saves her daughter with the saddest sexy dance I've ever seen.
That was my point.
There's a comedy bit, I can't remember what it's from, where Lauren Lapkus is a stripper and she does her routine to the song Brick.
Oh, I don't know that song.
She's a brick and I'm drowning slowly. It's the sad, one of these sad songs I think about a suicide. And she's just grinding on a guy with this dead face. It's the saddest song. The juxtaposition is hilarious. This is this. It's like, why is this the saddest thing I've ever seen? And she's taking her shirt off. Like, I don't want to feel that way when she takes her shirt off. And then she doesn't take her bra off, and I do feel that way.
But she locked eyes with her daughter, and she's like smiling and suggestively moving.
I know, it's hot. Weird.
No, it was hot.
Yeah.
I was like, this is wrong. And Kitty was right there. And she didn't say it wasn't wrong.
No, it's the weirdest mix of emotions when that's happening because it's not a real person, but she does understand what she thinks that she is. And she is sacrificing herself because it's real to her. And she is saying goodbye for someone else. And it's like, it's all really weird. And she's dancing to Betty Davis Eyes. And I'm sad. It's weird. The whole thing's like, I've never seen anybody put that many weird things in a way that work that well. Because also, gorgeous backdrop with the sundown and the clouds in the sky. It's a
is
beautiful
that from
movie.
the music video?
What music video?
The Betty Davis Eyes, that
I don't
purple
think so.
smoke. I think it is. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. See, and I also don't think it's kind of stupid because if you came up to me, Mark, and said, hey, you're a movie. Like, I knew you in the real world. Now go get killed by that giant fucking guy, that Jason looking motherfucker. I'd be like, no, you go do it.
But what if you've just seen yourself pulled into a flashback and you've seen yourself in slow motion?
How do I know that this guy's not the bad guy and this has been a book about me the whole time and I'm Neo and I found the Matrix and I'm the one?
What movie are you talking about?
This movie.
This movie?
Yeah, but now I'm Xena again.
Okay, you understand what a sacrifice is, though.
Yeah, it's what you'd kill to appease the gods.
She doesn't even have to believe she's in a movie. She just has to believe that her death will heal Max because that's why she's doing it.
But she doesn't know that. She's trusting the word
Pete,
of this
it's
kid.
literally a belief. I said she has to believe. So you come back when she didn't know that. We're not even arguing.
But what if she was wrong?
And I want to argue.
But what if she was wrong?
Well, then they'll get another chance in a few minutes because the movie's going to restart itself.
We don't know that.
Except it's happened.
But
It
not
doesn't
them.
matter. We've already lost this argument.
But they don't. The movie will restart, but they might not restart with it.
But she
right?
believes it will.
But we do see what's his name? Middleditch twice.
Yeah, we see all of them twice because they all survived at the end.
Well, no, I mean, Middleditch dies.
Yes.
And then they move on. And then he pops up again.
Because he hadn't died yet. He was still cut up. Then he got hit by the car. Like, he's like, I'm not dead. I'm just wounded.
I thought
I paid attention to those
I thought
parts.
he came back and was like, oh, I respawned.
No. Like I said, I was looking. He still had the cut. He even mentioned that he hadn't been killed until the car hit him.
Okay.
And then I still expected him to pop back up and
I
go.
think the best way to understand it is they can die in the movie. They can die in the movie, but they can't die because they're in the movie. So that's why they're in the sequel, because it's like, well, they can't. I'm not part of the script. I can't actually die in the movie.
Did I miss something at the beginning that explains why they're in a movie?
Yeah, the magic fire.
Right. But I feel like there was something that I wasn't paying attention to.
Do you feel like that a lot?
Not usually.
Really?
I catch
That's
most
weird.
things. But in this particular instance, it's kind of weird that it just happens.
Yes. A dream is a wish your heart makes, and she was in that moment dreaming of her mother saving her, and then she does in the end.
There's an alternate ending where Malin Eckerman wakes up in a hospital bed and her daughter's just dead.
Yeah, I think there's an alternate
Whoa.
ending where they just were consumed by the flames in the
Whoa.
theater, and then it's not true.
No, yeah, we're just making that up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it cuts back, and there's just charred corpses.
I just watched the movie for the first time with you.
It's you told him it was about something else. You told him it was an AA meeting for people who had survived other movies.
I don't know if I said the AA meeting part. I think they're just like they ganged up and fought monsters.
Well, that is what the Final Girl support group is. They start in
But not this
support
movie.
group.
This one, in fact, they kill the people who would form the group to fight the monsters. Like, no, there can only be one of us. We're the Highlanders now.
They did, though, have the best, at least attempt at a plan against slasher.
That was great. That was Scooby-Doo level
Yeah.
of awesomeness. I forgot all about that.
Like, they worked together and set up, like, a Home Alone house and...
A Nightmare on Elm Street house. I'm going to be the one that fights for this forever. Home Alone came out well after A Nightmare on Elm Street, where we were watching A Nightmare on Elm Street, and she's booby-trapped in the house. And she's Home Aloneing the house, and I stopped and I went, no. Kevin McAllister's A Nightmare on Elm Streeting his house.
No. They're final girling their house.
Very good, Pete.
Nice.
Yes, everybody gets killed except for Taisa Farmiga and the guy whose name I don't remember, who seems I don't know why he survives.
Well, did you see?
I guess because they need someone else to say what's happening when the film starts running out, which is very cool.
Oh, that was. I didn't know what was going to happen.
No,
Still not
don't know how
entirely
you would.
See, you distract me with your insults, and I can't remember the point I was
The
making.
thing, it's a fun ending. They end up in the sequel. First of all, empty hospital, where all sequels go. Loved it. Love those little callbacks and those points they draw. But at no point do they tell you how they're ever going to get home to the real world.
No.
So I assume they never do.
That's, I guess, what you're left with, which is a part of why I don't know how I feel about this.
That's also why Mark's right. Like, I don't know how there wasn't a sequel to this, because they're stuck in the movies as it is.
How did it do at the box office?
I don't know if it came out in the box
I
office.
definitely don't remember it being.
Was
in
it the
theaters,
pandemic
but,
times?
No. Oh, 2015?
Sounds about right.
I think it was like a simultaneous VOD release with some theaters, but by some theaters, it's like New York and LA or whatever. I think that's what happened, because I remember this movie. I remember hearing about this movie and then seeing it on VOD and being like, fuck, this movie is good. Why did this ever come to theaters? So somebody just missed the boat on it.
Well, what are you going to do? They all had their growth. Are they all going to be monster hunters now? Yeah, because the one girl grabbed the spear and she's like,
We
"I'm gonna
just
kill
talked
this
about
thing."
how you could be a different final girl in a sequel with Ripley.
Yeah,
Ripley shows up and she's ready to
She
run
was
shit.
ready to go straight into battle. Like.
Yeah.
But there was only one final girl. So did the other ones like retain their knowledge too?
Well, they didn't know.
Did they grow?
I don't think anyone really had much of an arc.
Nina Dobrev becomes less of a bitch.
Yeah.
She was never a bitch.
She was kind
That's
of a
why
bitch.
it was sad when she died. No, the other girl was the bitch. She's like, "Oh, my mom's dead." Ooh. And she abandoned her cool friend.
Can we backtrack just a second? Because there's something I wanted to bring up.
What?
It's just a.
I don't know why I'm so
It's just
defensive about
it's
it.
just one. It's just one scene back. But when the mother slash whatever
Amanda
actress,
Cartwright.
yeah,
/ Nancy, maybe? I don't remember what her name was.
when she sacrifices herself to make her the final girl. There's like you got the purple sky and the lightning. It just reminded me of Highlander, and there could be only one.
Oh.
And she kind of she like rises up and like it's the quickening. It just reminded me of
That's
Highlander.
the Highlander 2. We've been over before how Pete has a thing about the time lapse in the Crow movie, and I have a thing about how there could be a second Highlander movie.
How can it be final girls?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
When I told him the title of the movie, he said, there can be only one. And I was like, Pete, you don't know how right you are. Do you know how right you are yet?
But then why is it called girls? There wasn't one.
So that
There
we
was-
could have this conversation 10 years later.
I don't think that's likely. See, everything you guys are telling me just makes me more confused about this movie.
Okay, what are you confused about?
Whether or not I liked it.
Okay, that's not our concern. Mark, did you like it?
I loved it.
I loved it too.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's fun. It has a really fun concept that I haven't seen done this well. Because all apologies to The Last Action Hero. And the emotional shit like worked better than almost any slasher movie I could ever remember, because it just came from such a real place that you could feel it. And Tysa Farmiga has a great cry face. Like A+ casting. And Malin Ackerman does a good job playing the ditzy, fun 80s role, because she was somewhat unlikable in that opening scene because she has to do the juxtaposition.
Which one was Malin Ackerman?
Lucy Lawless.
Oh. She was the exact same in all of it.
No, she was not.
What? What do you mean? She was different?
The
I'm looking at you,
The
Mark.
airhead who's trying to get fucked on the waterbed, you think it's the same character you saw at the beginning? When she's
mother?
when she's in the car, mad that her picture got...
like the real person versus the character in the movie.
Oh, God. They're not the same person. She doesn't realize that she's
Oh,
an
my God.
actress. All right.
Back to the mute. No, I wish this movie had gotten a wide release, because anybody I've seen talk about it in the 10 years since it came out, they're all like, wow, this is really good. And like, I know, it just feels like it fell under the radar somewhere because of the release strategy. But it has enough people in it. That's the other thing that's weird, is it's not... Most direct-to-VOD things might have one person you recognize in it. This was like full of people you recognized. Pete didn't, but there's full of people that we recognized.
He thought he recognized him.
Yeah, he thought he did. I mean, how does a movie with Dolph Lundgren, Xeno Warrior Princess, a young Jennifer Love Hewitt go direct to VOD?
Unbelievable.
It is weird.
And Alicia Silverstone.
You're not muted. You just have to talk into the
and
mic.
Alicia Silverstone.
And Alicia Silverstone, yes.
Yeah. The kills were really fun too, and I like the Jason guy. As
Billy?
Billy the killer.
I was waiting for. I said this when we were watching it, but it'd be really funny if like the love interest was like, "I'm Billy's brother."
Yeah.
Billy's brother.
That's what I said.
Yeah, of course you did.
Because they just did it. Yeah. I thought for sure. Once he said that, I was convinced that's what's going to happen. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's how these movies go.
There's a way they could have. Again, this maybe is why it worked. Pete and I talked last week, not in this podcast, just in real life, about Kill Your Darlings, about how like, the movie Lisa Frankenstein, I really enjoy the movie, but I don't think the movie's good because so many scenes in it are great, but they don't fit together. And I understand how that happens because they're like, well, I can't take out that scene. I love that scene. You got to kill your darlings to make a better movie. There's versions of this movie. There's so many cool things you could have done. They could have been slowly transforming into characters in the movie so that they become dumber. That'd be fun.
I thought that might happen.
But you know what it would distract from? The emotional plot of the movie. So why does the emotional plot work so well? Because they don't get distracted by doing other things. It's tough. It's a tough road to do, tough road to hoe, because you want those cool things. Like I'm just picturing now when you're talking about how like it's Billy's brother. Like, what if that was a character in the movie and there's a twist? Like, oh, it's a different movie, and then I'm not going to care about what works so well. It must be a really, really difficult to sit there and be like probably having 1,000 great ideas. We've never had more than one, so it's easy to stick to it when it's us. But I like there's 100 ways to this movie that are also equally fun, but they probably don't work as well.
I agree because I obviously had trouble figuring out what was going on.
Yeah.
But it could have gone anywhere. I did wonder once they started interacting with the story if they were going to become characters, like get sucked into the rules, because they were kind of just observers at first. And perhaps they could have stayed that way. But then I guess we had to focus on their feelings.
You say that like it's a bad thing, but we've all agreed it's what makes the movie kind of special.
I don't remember agreeing.
All right. Well, Mark and I agreed, and we have a quorum.
Yeah. Quorum. That's like that website. I don't remember what it was, but I was reading about Nicolas Cage on it.
Oh, no.
Because you know what time it is, Mark?
That's not. You could have picked a Nicolas Cage movie to pop into, and you didn't.
Like what?
The Croods 2, your favorite movie?
What does that have to do with this movie?
No, I said you could enter into any movie.
I assumed you wanted to be in The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Ooh, can I take it back? I want to be in that one.
No, I put you in Train to Busan. You didn't, and you didn't make it very long. You missed the train.
Yeah, wasn't Busan a safe house?
You got eaten by that deer on the side of the road.
Oh yeah, I'd eat that deer first.
Well, then you got zombie poisoning and you died.
Not me. I'm going to become that deer. I absorbed its spirit.
You don't know. If you ingest it, maybe you become immune.
Ooh. Clearly, you know nothing about defeating trolls, Britta.
Anyway, I looked it up.
Okay.
About Nicolas Cage. Because, here, follow me, right? I did this while watching the movie because there was a lot of feelings and I got bored listening to them talk about it. So, Billy was very much like Jason, and he was the only one. I thought there was going to be a lot more of them, but there was just one Jason. So I was like, what has Nicolas Cage done with like Jason? What's the connection? Because there's always a connection.
There isn't one.
There's always a connection. Look at Brian.
6 degrees to Nicolas Cage?
Not even 6. It's always 1. It's 1 degree. All right. So, remember Mandy?
I remember Mandy.
Remember when Nicolas Cage is fighting the guy at the chainsaw fight, and the guy pulls out another chainsaw and it's bigger, and he's like working his jaw crazy like?
Okay.
Yeah? Well, that was... The director had given Nicolas Cage Friday the 13th Part 7 with the rotting zombie jaw, and that's what Nicolas Cage was channeling when he was like working his jaw. He's like, yeah, I'm going to have this big fight with a chainsaw, not a machete, but he's like getting that rotting jaw working. He was channeling the Jason. Yeah, true story.
No, probably not.
100%.
There's no way to know.
Your hit rate isn't great on these. I'm going to say probably, maybe not.
100%. Why would he say that? That was clearly the rotting jaw.
Why does he tell people that he learned how to act from a pair of cobras?
Because he did. That was just to get the hypnotizing stare for a Ghost Rider.
I think he's been mocking you for like 61 years, and you just are the one falling for it.
What do you mean? Oh, Nicolas Cage? No, he's just a real cool dude. Hey, The Surfer is on some streaming thing now.
Nobody cares. Nobody cared when it came out. That movie looked all right, actually.
See?
He won a Fangoria Chainsaw Award for Longlegs after already winning that same award from the Scare Value Awards. They're just copying.
Well, everyone's starting to recognize. See, it's good that we talk about Nicolas Cage so much. People know now, and they're all enjoying his work. His works. Anyway, all right, we're going to do the credit check. Mark was with me, and I think he'll agree with me that it's awesome when they have the outtakes that go through the ending. And it was nice because I didn't do the outtakes through the whole ending, because sometimes they do that, and I miss the credits, and then I can't go back because I'm busy watching the outtakes.
It did look like they had fun making this one. Little did they know Thomas Middleditch was lurking. Maybe because they got rid of him so quickly. Do you think he was supposed to fall down when he hopped over that?
Yeah,
because it seemed like in the outtake that they were surprised he jumped over it in the first place.
I said they should have kept that take in there.
I
It would
agree.
have fit with the character better.
I think that it was a reshoot because he wanted to jump over it. I don't think he was originally supposed to jump over it in the script because they were like, "What the fuck just happened?" when he did it the first time. That's just some of that Middleditch genius. It was funny. It was funny. It was legitimately funny when he fell over. Because when
now
bad
who's
things
the
happen,
apologist?
when bad things happen to bad people, it's funny.
Whatever. Anyway, now we get to the meat of this. It was a good one. There was, once again, because I've seen it once before, Kitty called this one out because she was kind of watching. There was the second assistant director. And then there was also a second assistant director. And there was also an art director. And I thought about that. Do you think the Terrifier movies have an art director on set? Because there's the actual director is an art director, but do they have a separate art director? And how do you deal with that in the credits? I couldn't come up with anything. Okay. It was tough. And then here's another interesting thing. There was somebody named, I want to give a shout out to my boy Gator in craft services and my other boy Tiger, who was one of the carpenters. These were some cool nicknames that they had. And for those of us keeping track at home, its official MPAA number is...
Wait, let me guess.
Ooh, the guessing game.
This is 10 years ago.
Yeah.
4, 6. If I'm already wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong.
You're right with the 4. How do you do this?
Because we're in the 5s now.
I don't know
and
what
we
that
were in the
means.
2s in the 80s. So I took the 2015 and I thought, we're probably in the 4s.
How do you remember, though?
I don't have brain damage.
49349. That is what movie it is. And someday, Mark, I'm going to figure out what that means.
I think you know what it means. That 49
There's 49,000 movies made.
registered with the MPAA.
Yeah, what's the first
by
one?
2015? The first movie registered by the MPAA.
Yeah. How do we ever find that?
Wizard of Oz.
Train coming towards camera.
It's that horse one from
Yes. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. Might be. I guess we'll just have to keep watching movies till we figure it out.
When was the MPAA formed? I don't know. Do foreign films get registered with the MPAA? I don't know that either.
You know what the MPAA...
What does MPAA stand for?
I just figured that out
Motion
today.
Picture Association of America.
See, he knows weird shit like that.
It's not that weird to know.
How would you ever guess that attached to a movie?
Because it's at the end of every single movie.
Yeah, but how would you get motion picture out of like MP? I'd say
After watching a movie?
Movie, people, acting, association.
Oh. They used to call them moving pictures.
The talkies?
Way before the talkies.
I just started watching when they had the talkies.
That'd be fun if you flash back into a silent film and then you couldn't talk the whole movie. Or you could and nobody else could talk back to you. Oh, there's so many ways to do this.
I did like the flashbacks. And they used it to move within the story.
Yes, they save themselves with a flashback, but then they get stuck with him walking on fire in slow motion and they can't move.
That was pretty funny.
It's a fun movie. But it doesn't overwhelm itself with, again, we came up with a bunch of ideas just sitting here and we're all dumb. Imagine how many they had and they're like, no, we can't overwhelm the movie with.
I thought that she was going to end up, the mother was going to be the final girl, and then that would have made her a star of the movie. So when the girl woke up, she'd be in a different life where the mother was alive and rich.
Oh, like a Back to the Future situation where he comes home to a completely different life and has no memories of anything that happened or with these relationship with these people.
However, I think what would have happened in this scenario is she would have come into a world where she doesn't exist because the mother doesn't have the daughter if she's a movie star.
I like it.
That would be interesting.
It would
She
be a
undid
bittersweet
her own
ending,
existence.
but her mother would still be alive, and then she'd come back and she wouldn't know who she is. That would be a real bittersweet ending. That is actually the ending of that one TV show I saw.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yes, the ending of it.
Which is-
McDreamy comes back.
Still running.
No, it ended when McDreamy came back, and then nobody could remember him.
What?
No.
Oh, I get it, because he's a dream.
Yeah, there you go. The TV show, I can't remember what the name of it was. It was a Canadian TV show that had the smoking man from X-Files was in it, and a couple other people that I recognize from things. And she was sent back in time to prevent like this great war from happening. And it takes her a few years, but she succeeds. And she comes home, and there she is, already there with her children and her family, and she can't go back to her family because she never left. And I'm like, that's a cool way to do it, where she saved her family, she saved the world, and she lost everything. And that's cool.
Why can't you just go kill that one? And take
I mean,
his
you
place?
can. But
That was
again,
another movie.
But you have no memory of how your lives unfolded with these people. That's the Marty McFly problem.
So you just act like you like new things.
Why did they hire a rapist or an attempted rapist? They cucked him so bad that he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna clean your cars because you wrote like a stolen fantasy book.
Oh, we're back onto Back to the Future. I don't know. That was a weird thing to do. I guess when you own somebody that hard, it lasts through the
He
ages.
hit this man so hard he lost all his riz.
Yeah, that's what happened. You know it.
Maybe we'll have to do a Back to the Future watch along at some point because I have a lot of thoughts on that movie. I mean, it's been explored from so many angles, but you can't. When you think of him, you can't not see how he steals black music back for white people. how the only reason the mayor even runs for office is because he tells him he's going to be mayor. So, like, I guess that black man had no ambition until Marty McFly showed up.
Somebody told me that part 3 was stupid, and part 2 was the good one.
Part 2 is dumb. Now, part 2 is a fine movie, but it has, to me, the dumbest moment in time travel movies. Because Biff steals the car, takes the book back to his younger self, and then somehow returns to the same timeline he left, which is fine if that's how your time travel works. The problem is, the very next scene, on a chalkboard, Doc says, oh no, he left, so we're on this timeline now. Then how the fuck did he get back? Don't pull out a blackboard and show me why your own time travel theory doesn't work.
Because Biff, in the past, hadn't started gambling yet,
All right,
so he
I'm
got
fine,
to go to the future.
I'm fine with that as a concept, but that's not what he explains on the blackboard.
Can you explain to me why Marty McFly and Doc Brown were friends? Because there was a reason. I think
Because it was the 80s. That's just how
No, there
things
was an
were in
edge-
the 80s, man.
there was a
Do you
reason-
not recall the friendship between a very young Corey Feldman and a half-naked guy from Gremlins?
Billy?
His only friend, Billy Peltzer.
Yeah, that's weird. But no.
Macaulay Culkin and Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Pete and Middleditch. The classic friends. Yes. So Pete doesn't know what he thought of Final Girls. That's not a surprise.
It was fun. I think it was a fun movie. It falls into the fun category. I don't appreciate that there's actual poignant emotional beats.
That's what you don't like about the movie.
No, how dare you make me care?
Yeah, he doesn't want to feel feelings.
I don't. I want to have fun. I wanted the mother and the daughter to team up and beat the shit out of Billy. They didn't. She just stripped, which was hot, and I appreciate it. But she didn't take her clothes off. And by the way, watching the Freddy versus Jason with Sam, do you remember how much nudity is in that movie? Because I didn't. I thought it was very much like this movie was, where it's just people in underwear and like implied nudity. Boobs a poppin'.
There's not that much.
He mentioned it to me.
Yeah, but
he's like, I watched Freddy vs. Jason. There was a lot of naked people. I'm like,
There's the girl in the shower at the beginning, but it's tastefully done from above, so you don't actually see nipple. See, I have a photographic memory of this. There probably one in a Jason scene later in a dream sequence who pulls his like, see anything you like kind of thing. Is that right?
Yep. There was more though, because I was starting to sit there going, huh. Sam would, he said eventually, like,
That's not what he was saying.
No, that's what I was saying later on when I watched it by myself, because I forgot how much nudity was in that movie.
Yeah, I would avoid Friday the 13th Part 5 with him for a while.
So that one got a lot of nudity?
That's the one
All
that was
right.
directed by the porn director.
All right. I put on Freddy versus Jason because I know that's a fun one. They fight each other. And I didn't think we did nudity again. Oh, what year? That came out back in the 90s, though, right?
2003.
2000. Yeah, that was one of the last of the, I guess, movies that had nudity.
sure went with Alien versus Predator. Although the aliens are naked.
Those movies are dumb.
New one already out. Now that I think of where we are in time.
Which one? Oh, not Badlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, Badlands. I want to see that.
It's probably good. Directed by the guy that made Prey. Did you see Prey? Fantastic movie. Another movie that should have been in theaters.
Isn't part 2 coming?
Predator Badlands is part 2 because it's the same director. That's what he made.
Yeah, but no, I mean like a part 2.
Nobody
with that
knows.
character.
They
She
tease
was-
her in the animated movie.
That's what I was going to say.
I hope they make a sequel, but I mean, we kind of know what happens. It's in the end credits. The aliens come back.
Yeah, I know.
And they
I
get
wanna-
that gun, so you know it's not going to end well.
I want to watch them fight.
Well, you see, if we watch Prey 2, she can start the movie being a strong warrior because she learned how to do that in the first one.
But she was
Not
always a
showing up
strong
like
warrior all
Paula.
along. She was always a strong warrior. It was just the stupid brother didn't believe her, and that's why he got killed.
His brother did believe in her. His brother gave her every chance. It's when she got injured that he had no choice but to say, maybe we have to put a brakes on this. But he gave her every opportunity to prove herself and believed in her. I will not have you smite that great man.
He had it coming. Just like that mother for not knowing how to take care of herself.
I think that
bills
we've
out the
learned
window.
that the problem with Pete watching movies is that anytime anything emotional happens, he has a hard time dealing with it. Because the brother dying was legitimately sad. Because he was such a good person. So now he's retroactively made him a bad person, and I don't care that your stupid face is dead. I can't wait for him to give the eulogy at my funeral.
Oh man.
Brian, never liked him.
I don't know.
Glad he's gone.
You don't know. You're making it pretty good. He was pretty good.
No, I won't even get that.
Pretty good. This movie, pretty good. Pretty fun.
Just do me a favor and figure out what movie was next to be registered in the MPAA and steal that number for me and carve it into the casket.
So what would you have to do? Like watch the most recent movie at the theater?
Yeah, you have to go to the last movie released in the theater.
Okay. And see the last showing of it in case they change
And
it.
then ask someone else to add one onto it for you. Because I don't trust you to get it right.
Oh, right. I see. You're supposed to do the next number up.
I wonder how much it costs to actually register a film with the MPA. Where you could.
I hope it's like $15. Like it's every service charge you get for paperwork anywhere. I hope it's the same thing. Where it's just because like Dorothy has to go put it into the machine. I hope that they still use cabinets and papers. I'm a believer in old Hollywood. Casting couch. I'm a
Those
believer.
still exist.
I know they do.
They got the
I know they do.
the vault from the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Top Men.
Full of full of all the paperwork.
Yeah, that's where you keep it.
Top Men.
I don't know what that means.
It's the end of Raiders of the Lost
that's
Ark.
the line.
Top men?
Yeah. They take the ark and he's like, where is he? Like, we have top men working on it. Top men.
It's a gay thing?
And then no. And then it's in a warehouse with like a bunch of other things that the government is keeping from us.
Like aliens?
Like crystal skulls.
Yeah. I saw part of that movie.
I don't know why. And what was the last one? Dials of Destiny.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's not good.
I've seen the beginning. And I
Watch
like
the whole
What's-Her-Face.
thing.
Oh, you did finally?
I watched the whole thing. Ooh, so proud of myself for finishing it.
What did the magic stones do in Temple of Doom again?
They burned through the sack. And they brought back the reins.
It's like time for everyone to recognize that that's a 5-series movie that has 2 great movies and nothing else.
It is tough. I was just talking to somebody about the Jurassic Park franchise as a whole.
How one of them is so good that it just carries on. They can make 100 of them and people are still excited only because one of them was that good.
That really is what carries that whole thing. Because there's like maybe 2 more that are all right.
It makes you really have to think about how bad those Jaws sequels were to kill it off by the time it was dead. Because 3 and 4 are like tragedies. That's how bad a Jurassic Park movie would have to be for that 5 to finally go away. Because those movies make $1 billion like every time.
They're up to like 7 now, right?
Yes, they made 7
they just
because
made the
Scream
7
7's coming out. They're going to be on the same time. The trailer for Scream 7 came out, looked good as fuck.
Yeah. Is Stu in there?
You could hear his voice at the end, and he does a very updated, modernized, and low-key. It's going to be fun, like he says in the first movie.
Do you think him and Billy are going to ghost fight?
I don't think Billy's in it. I'm curious what they're doing with this. It looks very interesting, and it looks really well made, which is one of my... I love Wes Craven, but I've said it before. I don't think he shoots great-looking movies. But then I go back and I watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm like, maybe he does. But then I watch, like, Scream, and I'm like, Scream's my favorite movie of all time. Nothing about the visuals in it are what I like about it. It's a very flat kind of movie. And then 2's a little better. 3's just garbage. 4's kind of flat again, but it's on purpose. And I never really connected any movies. And then 5 comes out, and I'm like, fuck, Scream looks fantastic. Like, it actually visually looks fantastic. And 6 did too, and this does also. So kind of excited that, as much as I love Wes Craven as a storyteller, his visual styles were never what I liked most about it. Except maybe Nightmare on Elm Street. Maybe I'm wrong, because we watched a watch-along for that on our 1-year anniversary on accident. And I was like, fuck, some of this does look really good.
Which movie?
The Nightmare on Elm Street.
The original?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Some
recently.
of the stuff he does with it is very cool. But other movies, like I've seen Scream more than anybody in the world should ever watch a movie. And there's not one moment in the movie where I'm like, oh, that visual. There's not like zero out of every shot in the movie that I think is like a memorable shot, which is very hard to do.
I remember that movie because I saw it a bunch of times in the theater too.
That's right. I did not go again when it was in theaters.
I didn't know it was back in theaters.
In October, there was one day Regal put out a new horror movie every day for 31 days. I went and saw Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Skipped
how
everything
was
else.
it? I never asked.
The movie's still bad.
Oh.
I was excited to see it in 3D, but it was still like halfway through. I was like, this movie's kind of shit, isn't it? And nobody wanted to talk about the blue shirts with me.
But that is a real mystery. It keeps coming back, Mark. I remember very few things about these movies, but those blue shirts are there and they're real and they mean something.
They do mean something. It's happened 2 times in a row when we watched the movies where it's become the predominant thing you notice in the movie is people taking on and taking off blue shirts.
And it seems to be somehow tied into like a murder order, but I don't know. It might give you safety sometimes. It's confusing.
It seemed like in 3, every time you took off a blue shirt, you were fucked. And in 7, it seemed like putting it on, you were fucked. So I don't know that they're even following the same pattern.
No, but it's
taking it off makes sense because if you're about to fornicate.
Yes.
Yep. That's the first thing you do.
3 was a movie that I always defended that I thought was good. Like, not good, but it's like better than people give it credit for. And then we watched it and I was like, oh, I fucking hate this movie. Like, why is this so bad? Nothing happens for so long. And then we just started making shit up. And by the end of it, we had a good time watching the movie that had nothing to do with the movie. And then we watched 7, and immediately I'm like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. I don't know why this happened. Remember when the body fell out of a tree, which means he had to put it back up in the tree because it happened twice?
Well, yeah, that's where he stores it, like a big cat out on the savannah. He climbs up the tree and stores it because the other ones can't get up there. Lions don't climb trees.
7 was great because like 30 minutes into the movie, there were still new characters popping into the screen. And I'm like, who's this?
A shirt that is blue or not?
Yes.
That's what I was paying attention to.
Yeah, we're going to get to another one of those whenever another Friday the 13th comes around. I'm not sure when that happens.
Next Halloween.
No, it's before that. Next spring, I think there's one. Maybe in the winter, but I think spring. I don't know. We're almost done. We've seen 2 through 7. Not in order.
What happens when we finish? We get to go home?
You are home.
Oh, it's disappointing.
Start a new one.
We're going to start over. Take our blue shirt theory to the next level.
All right.
Start examining the blue shirts more closely.
Well, we do know that when Pamela Voorhees gets beheaded in the first movie, the inciting incident for all of Jason's rage, supposedly, she's wearing that blue shirt.
That's right. She had a blue shirt on.
And how does Ginny, mentioned for the second time in this podcast today, how does she save herself? She puts on that blue shirt. It's been woven into the fabric like a blue shirt.
See, I'm a serious film scholar now. I find things like this, and I tell him, and then he goes slowly insane.
If you haven't heard the Friday the 13th Part 3 watch along, Pete says the funniest thing Pete's ever said. We caught it on camera, or caught it on a microphone, and it made me laugh harder than I've ever laughed at anything. Where she's running up a spiral staircase in the middle of the cabin, and he's following. And for some reason, there's a bookcase at the top of the staircase. And she knocks it over, and he goes, ooh, she's going to drop some knowledge on him. And I almost couldn't write myself for the next 5 minutes because it was legitimately the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm pretty funny.
It was pretty great.
I tell my kids this all the time.
All right, Mark, you like the movie? You're a plus. I'm a plus. Pizza.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Except for the emotions. If you don't like emotions, you might not like the movie, but there's a lot of really cool kills, and you laugh a lot. I laughed out loud a few times.
Yeah, it's fun. There's funny people. Adam Devine's funny in it. Middleditch is funny in it.
You know, he mentioned the kills, but there's really not much gore. They don't really show anything.
No, this movie get an R or PG-13. I think it probably got a PG-13.
Yeah, but the kills were fun, and unexpected. The car crashes,
It was
the
very
abruptness.
like Dark Knight murders. Like They cut away, kind of.
And the booby traps.
Yes.
I go Scooby-Doo.
I like when
traps.
they're all cracking their
Literal
knuckles.
booby trap.
When they're all cracking their knuckles to get down to business, and she tries to do it, but they have oven mitts on her, so she can't do it. She's funny.
I think she was my favorite in the entire thing.
She goes for it. She's like, I'm an over-the-top, dumb 80s character.
And she was great. All she wanted to do was dance all the time. They had to physically restrain her and stop her from taking her clothes off and dancing. You know who she's like? She's like trash.
Why does he hate my boobs? Because they're not big.
Yeah.
There's a chance that ends up being the opening clip I play today. Who knows? See, who knows what I'll find.
She needs it. I thought she was going to take all the Adderall and then that would like cure her ADHD and she would be the genius who solves everything. But instead she just went more hyper intense.
Yeah, there's a version of this movie that's going for something different where people have to fuck to get him to come. Like, that's the obvious thing. He doesn't show up because somebody's dancing in their bra. So they couldn't do it because they're doing something else, but I really give them credit for sticking to the thing that they wanted to do because it worked. If it didn't land, I'd be like, what missed opportunities? But they didn't miss opportunities because they landed what they were trying to do, much to Pete's disdain.
Because she gets to meet her mom in part 2 again.
No.
Yeah.
The mom dies in part 1.
But that's not the movie that got made. Did she die in the first? Which movie is the real movie? I guess we got to find out in part 2.
Well, she dies in both versions.
Yes, so what are you talking about?
I'm not sure anymore. See, this is a confusing thing because sometimes
because the girl that comes in on in the car,
Michael Myers is suddenly the brother of Laurie Strode. Sometimes things happen. I guess mom didn't die. She survived the stabbing. We found her in the hospital.
What kind of summer camps have waterbeds?
That was a good line.
That's a great line because I didn't think of it because you're just buying into the cheesy nonsense of the 80s. Yep, there's great outtakes too. Watch the outtakes. Adam Devine clearly was just improvising every line he had because he had great ones in the outtakes as well. All right, next week Pete and I are going to do a watch along for Clown in a Cornfield.
I've seen that.
We did see it. It turned out way better than I probably could have guessed because for some reason the movie just clicked. We had a blast watching it, and the first thing I said when I started was, I don't even think it's that good, but I wanted a movie that felt like fall. And by the end of it, we were having a blast. Nice. It's if you've never seen it, I think the movie's good. I really do now, but I don't. Maybe you want to watch it with our commentary because I think we found fun things in it that maybe weren't intentional, or maybe they were.
No, they were. You gotta.
Don't spoil any of the fun. It's a fun one.
I can't get Kitty to watch it because there's clowns.
That's true. Even though we told her they're not really scary clowns, it just happened to be dressed like a clown.
A clown in a cornfield.
Yeah.
What's so scary about that?
I think right from the opening moments when I realized I'd seen the movie before, I'd reviewed the movie before. I looked it up. I gave it a 3.5. I guess I liked it better than I thought. And I realized the opening scene was like a shot-for-shot remake of Jaws, except they were running into the corn instead of the water. And I didn't catch that the first time. And when you see me and hear me in real time, figure out like, wait, this is Jaws. This is exactly Jaws. Oh my God, this is Jaws. And Pete's like, yeah, when the opening credits were coming, they were swimming through the corn. And I thought, maybe because we just watched Jaws. But it felt like going through the ocean in Jaws to start the movie. And I was like, fuck, they just totally remade Jaws if they run into corn. And it's brilliant.
Instead of running along the beach, they're running away from the bonfire in front of the barn where they're all drinking and she's taking off her clothes to run into the cornfield.
From that moment on, I was like, maybe I've been too hard on this movie. But apparently I liked it better than I thought, even remembered liking it. And then I loved it. One of my favorite movie watching experiences. And then after that, it's time once again for 2 months of procedural.
It's everyone's favorite time of year. Kitty especially. Every day, Brian, she's like, I really like it when you guys just do award shows and don't talk about movies, and then you do your stupid lists, and then you do...
It's just me because I'm too close to the creative choices of the podcast since I make them all. Mark, you can tell us because you've listened to more episodes than Pete's listened to 0, and I can't tell. I think these all sound the same. whether we're watching a movie, whether we're doing an award show, whether we're talking about a movie we watched, I think they all sound about the same. It's just two idiots trying to make themselves laugh by annoying the other one.
That is a lot of it. There's a different tone. I mean, the watch-alongs are...
looser.
Yeah. And it's a little weird to just listen to while you're driving around because it's meant to be watched like the movie.
Yeah.
But I think the lists and the award show stuff, it's it's different than when you just talk about one movie. It's a little more. Plus, you bring in extra people, Kitty or what's his name, Blinken.
That's right.
You know,
You got it.
The foreign correspondent.
Haven't seen him in months. You got it.
Whatever his name is.
Haven't seen them since their prank they pulled on me in Taiwan.
Yeah, we took him to Taiwan.
I guess that rickshaw driver must have died in that elevator accident. We never saw him again.
Is that what happened to him?
Yeah, so coming up, we got Thanksgiving. We got after Thanksgiving. I think Pete's said he's gonna watch Weapons and Sinners. That'll be 2 of the movies we talk about. Usually Ken's on that one.
I gotta see Weapons soon.
It's on HBO Max now.
Okay.
HBO is back.
I might go home and watch it.
It's great. I've no spoilers for I can't spoil it because it hasn't been written yet or hasn't been come up yet. But the Scare Value Awards is a 2-horse race right now between Sinners and Weapons, and I don't know. It's 2 legitimately excellent movies.
Final Girls didn't make the cut.
I know you saw it in 2025, and I know how your brain works. But those 2 movies are great. Excellent movies of the year stuff. So somebody's going to get the top prize. Unless something shocking comes out in the next month and a half, it's going to be down to those 2. And we'll do our Christmas episode with Kitty.
I still don't have a movie.
We'll have our year-end awards, our top 10 of the year. I guarantee both Sinners and Weapons are on that, unless we have the craziest November and December of all time. Nick Cage's birthday, first week of January. And I'm missing something in there, because that's the last week of November, second last week of November. What are we doing in early December? I don't even remember. So more procedural crap. And then when we get out of that, there'll be fun movies. So get your name on the sign-up sheet for The Blob from 1988 with Kevin Dillon. Or I think I finally wrote down Society from 1989. It's a good one.
I just saw the notes that I wrote down, but I couldn't read the whole time. It just says The Deep and Fright Night. I finally deciphered. Those were posters that were on the wall at the movie theater.
Did you come up with what movie you'd want to enter into yet?
No. I was thinking about it too, real hard.
So it's got to be a Nick Cage movie.
Doesn't have to be. He makes scary movies a lot.
Would you like to work at the diner that he brings the lottery ticket back into?
Do I get to get the lottery ticket? And then take it
Can
home
you
with
woo
me?
him over Bridget Fonda?
But I'd be in her place. Like
You'd have to be serving. You'd have to be doing her job and serving her because he does it because he doesn't leave a tip.
Yeah, I'd crack
Serial killer.
her. I'd sneak up behind her and hit her in the back of the head, and then I'd put on her outfit and I'd go serve.
Could you
Nicolas Cage.
imagine if the bike path rapist had once split a lottery ticket with me because he didn't have a tip, and then I just won the lottery with the bike path rapist? That's a story I could tell all the rest of my life. I think I might tell it anyway.
That you funded his nefarious deeds and his rapings for decades afterwards because now he didn't have to
Although theoretically, you would have cut his funds in half by taking half of that.
Yeah. And
So
you
were
would
the hero in
you
that
would have
story.
taken it and then said, "I'm going to fund some Thomas Middleditch vehicles."
Look, I didn't even want to go into a movie. I'm happy in my basement.
Yeah, Wayne's World.
Yeah, they got a nice basement. And they don't seem to get into too much trouble. It seems like a nice time.
Excellent. Seems like a party time. All right, that's it for this week. Mark, you got anything you want to close out with on Final Girls or otherwise? I don't know.
There can be only one.
Yep.
But the name is Girls, plural.
It's a misdirect.
I guess so. It worked, too. It made me think it was a whole different movie.
Yes, it did work. It worked great. And I give it a 2 thumbs up. I don't know why I turned Italian there. I give it a 2 thumbs up.
Better than Chris Pratt's Mario.
Never saw it.
Who was Luigi? Charlie Day? I
Yes.
like Charlie Day.
Anya Taylor-Joy and
I like
Jack
her.
Black.
Good old Jack Black.
I think that you can hear, I haven't seen the movie, but I saw the trailer. I think you can hear in the performance, he's literally phoning it in. All right. We'll see you next week. We're going to have to do a Jack Black movie, aren't we? We're going to watch that fucking Anaconda movie, aren't we? All right. We'll see you next week for giving thanks to, we'll see you next week for Watch Along, Clown in a Cornfield. And then 2 weeks, giving thanks to Toni Collette. Do you want to ask me what movie she's in for the 100th time?
I was going to, but you're staring at me like you're going to get mad.
There's going to be a string of these 4 in a row or so where he's like, what was she in?
Well, do you know what she was in that we're giving thanks to her for horror?
Oh, well, there was the Krampus.
Yep, but we're not doing that one. We're saving that one for Christmas. But that is one of them. That is one of them. What we do is we take 3 of movies from an actor and then do quick talks on all of them and see how they grow over time. Sixth Sense, she's the mother. Hereditary, she's the mother. Fright Night, she's the mother. So we're going to do those 3. Krampus, she's also the mother. Just throw it out there.
Good. So a wide range of roles for her.
Pete's never seen Hereditary, have you?
No.
Oh, the performance she gives in there, I would argue, might be the best performance in the history of film. She's insane in that movie. It's really good.
Like Mia Goth insane in Pearl.
A little bit, but also there's, tremendous sadness that she has to play, tremendous anger. There's a scene at a dinner table that I think is maybe the best acting I've ever seen a person give, because she's the pullback from being so mad, but also being like trying to understand the other perspective and doing it in real time, and it just feels so immediate and real. Like, holy shit. That's why she's getting Thanksgiving to her, because probably mostly for Hereditary.
All right. Well, now I think I figured out when we're going to do a Jack Black movie. It'll be Thanksgiving, thanks to Jack Black for.
Well, yeah, we're just 3 horror movies.
He's done like 2 Goosebumps
Shallow
movies.
Hell. That's one for sure.
School of Rock.
School of Rock, definitely.
He's done 3 horror movies for sure.
What was the one
Yeah,
with
Tenacious D has Devil in it.
That's right. What was the one with John Cusack where he works the High Fidelity? Are you looking up Jack Black horror movies?
Yeah.
So we're gonna, you're gonna watch the 2 Goosebumps movies and Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
There's that one where he somehow gets Kate Winslet to fall in love with him. The Holiday, right?
That can't be real. That can't be real. That can't be real.
Oh, he's got The House with the Clock in the Walls. That's a good one. It says he's in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
That's true. He plays the white Rastafarian in Jamaica.
He was in Goosebumps and Goosebumps 2 and King Kong, which is a monster
It's like
movie.
4 hours long.
Yeah, but it counts. Let's see.
I wouldn't watch any of these movies.
There's one called The Curse of Halloween Jack. That might not be him. It just might be.
You just type in Jack Black horror movies?
Yeah. It's showing you a bunch of pictures now.
We will never give thanks to Jack Black. He will do that after engraving the last numbered movie into my casket when he runs the podcast for himself.
All right. I'll get back to you. I'll do some research and I'll find a list of horror movies and I'll present my case. I'll present it to both of you. And that way we'll have there's 3 of us, so that way there's no tie.
No. No, we're not doing a Jack. I can't watch 3 Jack Black movies.
No. It's not one of those where you have to, it's you get to.
No.
You gotta remember, this is a gift.
No, there are things that I think would be funny to make me do or make you do. We do a lot of those. No.
Remember when I said that the Pikachu movie was pretty good?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, right? I'm telling you.
You know what's not in that?
I'm telling you, these Jack Black movies.
You know, I've seen Jack Black movies. Seems more than you have.
You haven't seen.
Is there really a movie where Kate Winslet falls in love with Jack Black?
I'm pretty sure it's where Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz switch places.
What?
And Cameron Diaz falls in love with some British guy, and Kate Winslet falls in love with Jack Black.
Like, did she just laugh at his farts?
I honestly can't remember how it happens.
All right, well, I'll watch one Jack Black movie. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but there's one plot that maybe fascinates me enough to give it a shot.
Well, I mean, it's Jack Black. Of course you're going to leave whoever for him.
I have to see this movie. I have to see this movie.
All right, that's what we'll do next week.
We're in Gulliver's Travels.
I did see that movie.
God, this guy makes the worst movies.
He was really good
But
at
there's
it.
one that I think might be okay. And maybe we'll talk about that. It won't be next week because that's already in the can.
I remember when Sam Malone from the Cheers bar was Gulliver in Gulliver's Travels.
I remember that too.
You know who did it? You know who got tied down by the little people better?
Wasn't
It's Jack Black.
Jason Segel one of the little people?
He was one of the little people, which is funny because in real life he's bigger than Jack Black, but on the show, Jack Black was way bigger than he was.
That is funny.
But in Ted Danson's, they used actual little people, probably.
Yeah, because Ted Danson is a giant. He's like 8 feet tall. You just don't see it normally. Because they make him walk around on his knees. They dwarf him, and they make everyone else stand around on
That little man loved golf.
It's one of the worst things about Hollywood these days is they're taking away jobs from little people and just CGIing
and giants. Because they make giants have to bend down and pretend to be normal people. It's not representation.
You can use normal in that case.
Yeah. Because they're freaks, those other ones.
All right.
Those talls and the shorts.
All right, let's stop before we get canceled.
Oh, I don't care if we get canceled. You don't have to get canceled. We'll have a million new listeners the next day because all the right-wing people will be like, oh, we have to fight for this guy.
You're right. Good point. Keep going, Pete.
Yeah. Tell us something about little people, Pete. Pete, why don't you tell us about your favorite Thomas Middleditch performances?
That one was pretty good.
It was pretty good. I thought he was funny in it.
You know who was a great actor? Ronald Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
No, he wasn't.
It's the best,
Fuck Reagan.
best occupation he ever had.
Acting?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have stayed there doing that. I know.
One of the greatest tragedies in American history is that he stopped acting.
Yes, I agree.
No, it was Lincoln
He was a
fighting
wrestler.
to keep the South.
That's why he won. Because he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I get it. And he can't tell a lie.
That was George Washington.
Same person.
And a lie. I gotta point out that sometimes you can see the indoctrination of nationalism, and sometimes you can't.
He cut down that cherry tree, and his dad was like, "Did you cut down the tree?" And he was like, "Yeah, I did."
You know what else he couldn't do? Not own slaves. Had to own them.
He let him go after he died.
He let him go after he died.
Let him go.
One of the best things about Washington, this pearl of American wisdom we have to look up to, also owned human beings.
Yeah, but only until he didn't need him anymore.
Yeah, that's true. All right. George Washington should have stuck to acting.
Acting like he had real teeth.
Acting like...
His teeth were made of wool.
Wool?
Is that right?
It's a reference from Big Daddy.
No, they were made out of hippopotamus teeth.
We can give thanks to Adam Sandler another year. Hubie Halloween 3 times. Oh, no, he's got the Hotel Transylvania movies, too.
He's got like 4 of those, maybe 5.
All right.
I've seen them all.
I think I pushed stop on this 20 minutes ago. If I didn't, I apologize to everybody who kept playing. Pete, anything to say about Final Girls?
Push the cancel button.
Middleditch.